Hello, Coach Mel here. So we are going to work on combining these two granny squares, and we're going to use a chain to do that. So I'm going to show you two different ways, and the chain is going to zigzag here in the middle and just give it a little bit more depth. Now I'm using this nice bright color again so that you can see what I'm doing. So let's get right into this. Let's get started. We are going to start up in our chain two space of our corner here, and I'm going to pull in the yarn that I'm going to use to do my attaching. So just pull that into the corner and then just do a quick little chain just to attach that. Now I'm going to come across and down, across and down. So my crosses are just going to be two chains, but then coming on the diagonal, we're going to do three. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to chain two. Now, you can ahead of time kind of plan this out. I already did. I didn't mark it, but I should mention that. So I have 21 here, so I'm going to work in increments of threes. All right, but I'm just starting off by just bringing my chain here, and then I'm going to come from the back to the front and just do a single to bring that together right there. All right. Now, I'm going to come across, but I want to go in the third double crochet. You can see all my doubles right here. So 1, 2, 3 is where I'm going to go. So I'm going to do a chain of 1, 2, 3. And now I'm going to go here from front to back in my third double. Let me just get the right one. 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to attach it with a single crochet. So in through there, yarn over, pull up your loop and pull through. All right. Now I'm going to go in the third one on this side too. So technically that's going to be going across. So I'm going to chain 2. 1, 2, 3. On this side, I'm going from the back, pull that through, yarn over, and pull through. All right. So I've gone across and over. Now I'm going to chain a 3, 1, 2, 3. Whoops, hook came out there. And over here, I now need to skip 1, 2, and go in to 3. So I'm going front to back, pull up your loop, yarn over, and come through. I'm going to chain 2. On this side, I'm skipping 1, 2. I'm going to go here, back to front, pull up my loop, yarn over, and pull through. So I'm going to keep doing that. Let me do a couple more with you. Chain 1, 2, 3. Keep losing my hook there. All right, over here, I'm going to skip 1, 2, and I'm going to come into my third with a single crochet to attach it. Chain 2 because I'm going across. I'm going to skip right here, 1, 2, come into my third, back to front with a single. All right, so let's just take a look at what that's looking like. All right, hold that up so you could see it better. So we have across and diagonal, across and diagonal. All right, so it just gives a little something to your work. It adds a little something to it. Now you could have done 1 chain and 2, made it a little tighter. You could have gone wider. Working with chains as a connector, you play around with it until you get something that you like. All right, but there we go. So it's kind of a zigzag and across, zigzag and across, and I would continue all the way down. Then you would just turn, put your other square here, finish, keep going, and then do go in the other direction. All right, so that is our simple little zigzag, and I'm going to take this out and show you another one. I'll be back in a second. All right, this next chain connection of these granny squares is going to be similar in that it's going to start with a zigzag, but then I'm going to work my way back up as well. So you have to do some pre-planning on this one to figure out where things are going to lay. So you could see I have my bobby pins set. That is for the way down. Once I finish the way down, I will reset to come up. You want it to be somewhat even. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it might not be able to be perfect depending on your stitch count. So we're gonna start just like we did the last one, and I'm going to start in the corner, pull in my loop, and just attach it there. Okay, so I'm gonna go a little bit longer on this one because I have more distance that I'm doing here. So I'm gonna do a chain of 5, except for up here just because I'm going straight across. So I'm gonna start with a 3. And again, when you're working with chains, play with it. You know, try different things, see what works for you. All right, anchor that down. I'm gonna come across, and I like to go back to front on the other side and attach. Okay, now we're gonna hit each of these bobby pins on our way down. So I'm gonna start with a chain of 5, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna go into this stitch where my bobby pin is. I've already, like I said, pre-planned this, so you gotta take some time to do that ahead of time. And then chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's where my bobby pin is on the other side. So I'm gonna go into that stitch right there, pull it out so it's not in my way. Back to front, single crochet, chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's why these are so great. They're so easy to get out. I'm marking with my finger basically where I'm gonna go while I pull that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming back over to the other side. That's the stitch that I'm going into. Single crochet, chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next stitch right there, pull that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming over to this other side. Single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're gonna come down to this corner. All right, now you'll see that I still have a distance to go here, so I am gonna keep that. Now what I would do is I would put my other squares here if I was continuing on and continue with that pattern. For the sake of this, I'm just putting these two together, and then I'm gonna work my way back up. So I'm gonna come over to this corner and attach. All right, let's take a look at, so this is only half of what we're doing. Let's move all these out of the way. This is half of it, but here's what we have. All right, we made a little bit of a wider zigzag, okay, coming down. Now I'm gonna work my way back up, but before I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna go through the process of taking and seeing, all right, how many stitches do I have in between? I'm gonna hit about the middle of each one with my bobby pin so that I know, without having to stop and count on my way up, where am I going? All right, again, it doesn't have to be exact. This is, you know, depending on what you're gonna do with it. When this moves around, nobody's gonna be able to say, oh, it's not perfectly in the middle. I am not a perfect crocheter, there's no doubt about it. But you don't have to be perfect. Oh, I forgot one down here. So it looks like I have a couple less stitches in between here just because I was finishing here, not going on to another square. But here we go. So now I gotta work my way back up. All right, so I am right here. Oh, I don't need that one. No wonder. Okay, so I'm right here. I've gotta come across. So I'm gonna pick back up with my chain. So same as we were doing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna come over where this bobby pin is with my single. Chain 1, 2, 3, 4, whoops, 5. Going across to where this bobby pin is, pulling that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back over to this one. Single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Zipping back across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Across again. We're almost there. Single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Across I go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm just gonna leave that there. It would, you know, we'd come across. Actually, if I'm at the end here, I might just stop it right there. But I feel like it needs one more across, but maybe I wouldn't do quite as long coming up to the top. But I'm just gonna anchor this off here just so that you could see what we've got here. So again, you got to play with what you're doing up at the top here. But here you go. So it looks like that shoelace pattern. All right, so let me hold it up. You'll be able to see it better. There we go. So again, I mean, it's not 100% perfect. It's all about how you pick it up and hold it, you know, but it's a neat way to do an attachment. It gives a little something extra to whatever you're putting together. So there we go. We're gonna call that the shoelace chain connector. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed these. As you see, I was using the bobby pins all over the place for my stitch markers. I do have a video out there, hacks about using bobby pins. They're great stitch markers. They can do so many different things. So I will put a link so that you can go to that video if you want to see some other things that I do with those. But there we go. This is our connecting with a chain. All right, take care, everyone. I hope you enjoy this. Show me what you get done.